Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're talking about 10 coins that are worth more than $10,000. They can be found in pocket change. Most of these are errors, some really interesting ones here, and they draw from a wide variety of coinage that has been found in pocket change and circulation in the past. So hopefully maybe you could be the next person to find it. Let's get into the video. I've prepared a presentation that has photos of the coins, and I'll discuss the values and some interesting historical information to go along with them.
So here we have number 10 on our list, and as I said, these coins can be found in pocket change. Many of them have, or a variant of them have been. However, they're really rare. Just something to kind of preface the video with. I don't want to mislead anything, but people have found them and gotten a lot of money as a result. So the first is the 1992 close AM penny. Now this is number 10 on our list because it doesn't sell for the huge amounts that some of the other ones do. But basically in 1992, and this also applies for 1992 D pennies, there should be a space, a gap between the A and the M, a large one like that. But instead, in a very select few of the coins, there is a variety where the A and the M are really close together, which can be seen right here. And that, surprisingly, for an MS63 coin is going to bring about $7,000, but many of the coins that have been found have been Mint State 65, which is a $12,500 coin, or Mint State 67, which gets up to $25,000. So there's only a few of these, maybe a dozen or so out there, but they have been pocket change discoveries. So I wish you best of luck finding them. The next one is another penny. This time it's the number 9 1964 special mint set penny. Now this is the one on the list that I know the least about. Basically, there were special mint sets made from 1965 to 1967 where they used very polished dies, and the coins had a really distinct, interesting appearance. And what happened is there were a very, very limited, it's believed to be between 20 and 40 of them made in 1964, kind of as a preparation, and that's what we're able to observe here with the 1964 SMS Penny. That's where it gets its origin. However, it's very similar to a regular coin. Outside of that, it's just really polished. There's some very experienced people. I'm not one of them who could tell you if you have one of these coins, and there's also some die markers that you can look for. I'm going to include a link to the die markers in the description below, but the coin, a lot of people will say they have this 1964. They're very, very rare. As a result, they bring $10,000 in Mint State 65 and $15,000 in Mint State 66, and there's probably 20 or 30 of these guys known. Number 8, we have the 1968 Proof No S dime. So another one that just needs a bit of clarification. This coin's quite an expensive one, but the thing to really look out for is the proof strike combined with the 1968 date. A lot of people will say, oh, I've got the 68 No S. It's unlikely. All of the proof coins, though, where there's these deep reflective surfaces, were made in San Francisco and should bear a San Francisco mint mark right there where I'm circling above the date. Now, again, there's tons that are just business, regular strike with no S that aren't valuable. If you have one of them, it'll be worth about $10,000 in Proof 66, $20,000 in Proof 67, and $25,000 in Proof 68. So a significant sum of money there, and they have been found, with people combing through their proof sets. Number 7 is a back to the penny. It's a penny 1982 D small date bronze cent. So before there were 7 varieties, 1982 was a transitional year where they went from making the copper pennies to the zinc ones, and there were tons of different varieties, whether it was a small or a large date, and whether they were made out of brass or zinc or copper. But the coin that we're looking at here, there's only 2 of them known, both AU58 examples that went for $20,000, and they're the 1982D small date bronze cent. So there's large date brass, small date zinc, but there's no small date bronze coin that has those specific specifications. At least there's only 2 of them. The other 7 varieties have millions of them made, so they're not rare whatsoever, while this one is really quite valuable. Now moving on to number 6, this one is a relatively well-known One, it's the 1969 S double die obverse penny. As you can see, the doubling's really drastic. Sometimes I get mail from people thinking they have it. You'll know if you have it. It's really, really a big separation. In God We Trust, totally offset. Same thing with the Liberty. And there's only a handful of these known as well. But again, they do turn up from time to time in change. If you find one in Mint State 63, that'll be a $40,000 coin. Mint State 64 bumps that up to $100,000, and the value can increase from there. Just a very, very expensive one to purchase. So if you can find it, there will be buyers who are shelling out a lot of money for this type of coin. Going on, we have the first major Mule coin that's confirmed. There's one higher up on the list that's a little bit more dubious, a little bit more unconfirmed. That's the 2000 Washington quarter obverse and Sacagawea dollar reverse Mule coin struck on a Sacagawea planchet. And about 18 of these have been found so far. 14 of them are owned by, I believe it's a collector by the name of Bolak. But the coins go for tons of money. They are found in pocket change. That's where they've been turning up for the past 19 years now. And the coin is worth between $50,000 and $150,000. So significant money. Easier to pick out than something like a smaller 1982D type coin. This one, if you have it, you'll really know that you have it, and it'll be a very desirable coin that people are interested in buying and will pay a lot for. 1964, we have the most valuable special mint set, which is the Adams half dollar. Now there's some interesting markers on this, so it'll be really polished, slightly sharper letters. You can see some of the polishing in the photo all over, but then the giveaway is this crosslet right here. If you have a coin that you think might be one of these special mint set ones, and it has the crosslet, that would make a very compelling case that it might be one of them. And that's just one of the markers, but you can see below this it's just like a little dot extending down there. But that could give a hint that it might be one of these. This coin is worth about $100,000 in 67. In State 60 or Special 68 is about $150,000 coin. So a little bit better than the 2000 Mule. Then we get the 1942 S Jefferson nickel Mule coin, and I did a video on this. It's pretty controversial, actually, because not everybody authenticates it, but some prominent collectors do authenticate it as being real, so not everybody's on the same page here. It sold for $11,000 in 1971 and is way more valuable today, probably, I would guess, several $100,000. But the thing that it makes it special is the 1942 had some coins that were not silver, but they would either have no mint mark at all or a D mint mark. And then if they were silver, they'd either have an S mint mark above Monticello or a P mint mark above Monticello. Now this has the S mint mark from 1941, a small one to the right of the Monticello building. So it's super, super rare. It's a huge anomaly. Only one of them has been found, but basically they matched the wrong dies and they used the wrong reverse. So that's how that error came to be. And then number 2, we have the 1975 proof no S dime. This one sold for $350,000 a while ago, and then recently resurfaced and sold for $450,000. So that's what the present day value is. But again, it has to be a proof strike coin, but they've omitted the S mint mark. There are 2 of these known. Very, very expensive and would be a great, great find. Whoever would find it would come away with a ton of money. Similarly, the number 1 coin is another proof no S one. This is the no S Eisenhower dollar. I've actually been in touch with the person, so type 2. Obviously, a lot of people think that they have this emailing me. It's got to have that proof strike and have no S. But the owners of this coin have been confronted, asked for the coin in return for over $1 million, and they've not said it. So there's demand in the 7-figure range, and I believe that this was just picked out in a shop or something like that from a change drawer. It was not found protected by some collector or some mint official. This one's the real deal. So at least $500,000, if not more. That pretty much concludes it. 10 coins that are really the cream of the crop in terms of modern coins that you have an outside shot of finding. Nobody is going to be finding something like an 1804 dollar in their change, while it might be reasonable to get a 1982 bronze, or in that one case, this 1976 proof no S Type 2. But I'll see you on some of my other videos. Hope that you enjoyed. This is a big recap of a lot of the big finds that I talk about on the channel. Best of luck getting them.
Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to get in touch with me, do so on my website, treasuretownYT.com, my Instagram, TreasureTownYT, or my Facebook, Treasure Town. I've got links in the description, and I'll see you on some of my other videos.